Let's talk about Elijah Mcclain. This video is brought to you by Noble Gold. If the coronavirus has turned your financial life upside down and you need help sorting out your choices to get back on track, holler at my friends at Noble Gold. They have helped hundreds of families through this crisis. They can guide you to safety and they can give you ideas on how to get there. If you need a financial friend, Noble Gold will be there. Contact them at 877-646-5347. Again, 877-646-5347, or just hit the link in the description section. Let's get into this. Elijah Mcclain. So people have been asking me to make a video about this, to talk about the young man who lost his life in 2019 while in police custody. And if you are not familiar with this, Elijah Mcclain was walking down the street after, I believe he was purchasing something from a store. He had a ski mask on. The family say he's anemic, so he's cold more often than not. And so that's why he had a hoodie and a ski mask on. Complainants or people in the area who called 911 said he was flailing his arms around. He looked suspicious because he had a ski mask on. They called in. Obviously, the police officers are going to take that call seriously and figure out what's going on. Now, they stopped him on the side of the road. I'll post a link to some of the articles here so you can watch the video. I'm not going to play the video here because then they'll ban this whole video. So on the video, you can see the officers approach him. They were very calm. They were kind. They were reasonable. They stopped the young man. They said, hey, stop right there. We need you to stop. You're being detained because we need to investigate it because you're acting suspicious, according to the complainants. Well, they hold him. They try to talk to him. They say, hey, man, please stop resisting. Don't get upset. Don't tense up. Let us get to the bottom of this and we'll let you go. And I'm paraphrasing, but you can look in the description section to see the video for yourself. He continued to tell them he's not going to do it. Let him go. He an introvert. He don't want you touching him. All of the above. They ended up getting in a physical altercation started by Elijah Mcclain. He physically started fighting and resisting. So they get him on the ground. Supposedly they use what they call a karate choke, which caused him to pass out. Now, watching the video, it's unclear if he passed out and came back to consciousness or not. But according to what the documents are saying is that he passes out. Now, based on the scuffle, the officers had indicated that he had superhuman strength, that they believed that he was on something. He was hyped up. He was amped up. I have been in these situations before. It seems to be reasonable for them to give him a drug called ketamine. So it wasn't the police officers that gave him the drug ketamine. It was the EMT that suggested the drug, and they were the ones administered the drug while he was it appeared that he was unconscious or he had stopped resisting. They gave him the ketamine. He ended up getting into or having a heart attack on the way to the hospital. He passed away 6 days later. This had nothing to do with police misconduct. The police were doing their job. He resisted arrest. They held him down. The EMT gave him ketamine. Now, according to the autopsy, the toxicology says that it wasn't enough ketamine in the system to kill him. And it's unclear what actually causes death. They're not sure if it was an accident. They're not sure if it was some pre-existing conditions with ketamine, or it was the officers' use of force against him as he was resisting arrest, or it was that he exerted himself while he was resisting arrest. There's no charges against these officers. The prosecutor said they're not going to bring charges. They should not charge these officers. I don't understand why people continue to do this. It is an unfortunate situation. I'm sad. It's sad that kid lost his life. But the common denominator here that we always see, and it's more often than not, is that people are resisting arrest. Stop resisting arrest. If a police officer stops you and you feel that it's incorrect or they're doing something they're not supposed to do, to have your day in court. If you go to jail and they wrongfully arrest you, you're going to make millions of dollars. There's lawyers that'll take this pro bono. But you resist arrest, you get yourself in an altercation, and you end up exhausting yourself or whatever you want to call it, and you end up dying. That's not the way I'm sure Elijah wanted this to end, or the police officers. But I want to just say this and put the icing on the cake. This had nothing to do with police misconduct. There is no reason for this to be in the conversation with George Floyd or anybody else. This was an unfortunate situation. EMT actually administered the ketamine. It had nothing to do with the police department. And if you out here talking about this is another case of police brutality on a black man, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are the reason that our country is so divided. Look at the facts. Do your research before you make a stupid argument that should not be made. Can there be things that can be improved? Of course they can be. But you know how you don't end up in an altercation with police? You don't resist arrest, whether they are detaining you lawfully or not. That's something that you determine in court. You keep fighting, then you're going to keep getting the same results. I don't know what else to say. I could make a video about this for another 2 hours, but I want you to watch the rest of my videos. So write a link so comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is B. Tatum tripping? Or am I on point with the same points that I've been making all this time, that police officers, when they wrong, I call them out. When they right, I give them their credit and I defend them. Let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you visit my friends at Noble Gold. Link is in the description section. I'll see you on the next one.